All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Wednesday, another Wanderlust Wednesday here in the cave. What are we talking about today? Today is a little different. We're mixing it up again today. It's kind of a make or remake, but it's really a make or re-imagined. I guess that's pretty much the way to put it. I don't know where I picked this up. I think I read an article about it. For some reason, I thought someone mentioned it to me, but when I went to check my sources, that wasn't the case. So I read an article about it. So I went and checked it out. So we are going back. We're going back to 1978. Should we do the original first, or the reimagined? We'll go back to 1978 in just a minute. We're going to fast forward, but there's a band out there who has brought a song back to life for Joe Walsh, and it's charted for the first time in like 40 years. The song is Life's Been Good, back on the charts thanks to the band Dirty Heads. I feel like I've heard of them before somewhere along the way, but not that familiar with their music. Dirty Heads out of Huntington Beach, California. Just this interesting band formed in 2008 along the lines of Sublime and 311, just like this beach-loving Southern California lifestyle, rap, reggae and rock, reggae-rock, electronica's in there to me. I don't know. It's just got that Southern California vibe, and they've done pretty good for themselves in Southern California. Again, their first album 2008, but they've had several albums since then, and they were doing all right for themselves, but they recorded this, and this one's got a lot of attention. They changed the words up just to fit their lifestyle and what they're all about. Instead of my Maserati does 185, I lost my license. Now I don't drive. Which, by the way, when I was a teenager, when he was 16 and I was 14, he lost his license and he could not drive. So I used to sing that song out loud. And it would get me pummeled pretty much every time, but it just fits so perfectly around 1981 or so, whenever that was, 82. And so anyway, they changed it, and it says, my black Impala goes 85. I lost my license, too high to drive. You got to check this song out. I really dig it. You don't know what you're in for. You're kind of feeling that vibe, and then all of a sudden there's a rap and there's electronica in there, and the words are a little different. I dig it. I got to admit it. I dig it. So that's pretty cool. You're going to check that out. So let's talk about the song itself. Joe Walsh, obviously of the Eagles. Before that, we talked about it. We did a whole show on it. He was in the James Gang. Remember the song Walk Away? You just turn your pretty head and walk away. Love that song. Love that part. That's so good. But anyway, this song came while they had wrapped up Hotel California. That came out in 76, right? And it came out to the soundtrack. This is May of 78 to the movie FM, which was kind of this comedy drama, com-dram. About an FM radio station, but it was on there originally, and then he put out the same year his solo record, not his first one. He had put out some before, and there's an 8-minute version of this on his solo album. But seriously, folks, not Phil Collins, but seriously, folks. Before that, Joe Walsh. The 8-minute version, I think 4 minutes is that middle, just solo, like instrumental. Pretty sure it goes on for a long time. But the 4-minute single went to number 12, his biggest hit. And then that was 78. 79, remember, he put out In the City for that awesome movie, The Warriors. Warriors! Who's seen The Warriors? Oh my gosh, I think I have it on Blu-ray right over there. So good. And then, of course, that one ended up on The Long Run in 1979 for the Eagles. I think they re-recorded it. But that song, In the City, one of my all-time favorites. But that is a Joe Walsh song. And anyway, that's what he was doing in between Hotel California and The Long Run. Go figure. I mean, now you know what the song is about. Rock and roll excess. just really poignant about what was going on in the rock and roll lifestyle at that time. Just really good. And remember, we got to mention 1985 again, thanks to WPLR. Even though I got the CCC T-shirt on, The Confessor, that record, that solo one from Joe Walsh. Love that song, The Confessor. You never hear that song. That's a good one. But there you go. We're talking about Life's Been Good. Joe Walsh, what a quirky guy, right? He's just a little off-centered, right? But he did put out one of the best kind of rock and roll songs in the last 10 years with Sheryl Crow a few years ago that I highlighted here on the show. And that's just really, really good. I was just shocked when that one came out. And I was like, wow, that's really good. Anyway, Life's Been Good. Dirty Heads and Joe Walsh back in the headlines. Check it out. Tell me what you think. I like both versions. That's what I'm saying. And how do I get up here? I'm going to go here in minutes. But check these two out on Wanderlust Wednesday. Whatever you're doing today, I hope it involves music as usual. I'll catch you on the flip side.